me. Actually, it doesn't even work because whatever. I'm upset now. Are you YouTuber? Anyways. It's using the channel banner as thumbnail for now, I think.
Okay. That's fine. What did you title it, by the way?
I just titled it we're consumer oriented, I swear, specifically dedicated to I hate it here.
Did you misspell it?
No, I didn't misspell it. It's just I misplaced the what is it, a line break? The line thingy? I'm so upset. You know, it just dawned on me that I have nothing to lose. Yeah, it just dawned on me that like there's no good reason not to dislike videos now.
More so, you can just gauge the dislikes. You can feel them.
I can feel the dislikes within my bones. I'm hoping restream chat is functioning because I haven't seen an update in a while, so.
Yeah. I thought that didn't hit his little bullshit. Oop.
I think bullshit is my middle name. Oh hey, it does work. Hi T-Rex, hi Mr. Octobepis, and hello Hideout.
Yep, we're
Yeah, okay,
live.
everything is functioning.
Nice. Alright, go start up with the topic, I guess.
Alright, gamers, for today's, I'll just go over an overview real quick because we're still new to this. I have no idea what's going on. Microsoft being nice to gamers. Right to repair. Dell making a framework laptop. Cars doing subscriptions. Industry copying. Apple M1 being used for AR and VR. Nvidia releasing new cards for both, well, for the low end and for laptops. I hate Halo 5. 343 not fixing any Halo Infinite glitches simply because it's just Halo. Split screen or co-op glitch for Halo Infinite. Ligna Energy. The cultural and moral ramifications of being that one guy who's cheering in a movie theater. HDMI 2.1 being jank as hell. TikTok food. And people who hate hate games because of Smash. I actually have no idea what you particularly meant about Microsoft. Wow, you nice for gamers.
I'm also talking about like, wow, they've done a pretty good job.
Honestly, as of recent, I feel like they have surprisingly done like a really good job of being consumer friendly for the gaming space simply because of like PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass and also their move to crossplay. I think is actually like a huge thing for gamers in general, simply because like God, I don't want to play my Nintendo games on my Nintendo console. Do you know how much effort it is for me to pull up my Switch?
Yeah, no, Microsoft's done pretty good with like Game Pass and all that jazz.
I feel like one moment.
Go away. Go away.
Me having to
Nobody.
shoo my sister away. I feel so bad.
I do that all the time with my parents. Don't worry.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't have really much to say about like Microsoft doing well for gaming. All I can really say is like, especially for the PC space, they've helped us progress a lot, but also made it hard for their competitors to compete simply because they don't exactly have the same access to the same APIs.
Yeah.
Speaking of proprietary, iFixit and Microsoft. Apparently, that's a thing now.
Yeah, so basically the context is like iFixit's teaming up with Microsoft, I think, for help with individual repairs from individual what you call repair shops. So kind of like Louis Rossmann type of stuff.
From what I understand, it's not distributing them out to like smaller repair shops. I think it's more partnering with iFixit, so iFixit has the right to fix their devices.
Pretty sure it's shops
Which,
specifically.
like, how do I explain the issue with this? The idea that you're teaming up with a company to get exclusive repair rights to a product, despite the fact that your company is supposed to be oriented towards right to repair and helping helping individual people be able to repair products, I think it's just kind of scummy.
Yeah. It
Your thoughts on
doesn't.
that?
Well, the thing is, I don't even know what products they're really fixing right now besides Surface that's coming to mind. Unless they're counting like,
Bro, you use the Surface Pro Duo.
if it's like laptops, yeah, sure. But if it's a desktop, that's just stupid. You just need a screwdriver.
Well, yeah, I don't think Microsoft sells any like particular desktops. I think all they've
Yeah, it's
really
mostly
done
just
has
Surface
been
Duo.
laptops and their fold phone or foldable phone. Is it foldable? I forget what the Surface Duo is. That's beside the point.
Yeah.
I think many people are having an issue with that simply because iFixit's whole stance on right to repair or independent repair is just completely like counteracted by teaming up with these bigger companies, and while Microsoft is casually denying access to other smaller independent workshops.
Well, they wouldn't have access in the first place, so still a step.
See, yeah, that's what my thought process was. Like, yeah, like it's still a huge step simply because Microsoft like isn't or didn't outsource anything like beforehand. But I just think I understand why people are mad about it. I personally don't care too much until we get to the whole right to repair argument, which I do have a strong stance on. But like, in the grand scheme of things, this probably won't matter that much.
Yeah. I think if anything, the fact that we even have the option is better than not having it at all. That's my main thing.
I'd actually agree with that.
Yeah. But like mostly for software, they've done pretty good. Game Pass, obviously. Gosh. Backwards compatibility, like, bro, no company has matched Xbox with their backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I feel like Xbox doesn't have that special library compared to like PlayStation and Nintendo. That's the main thing.
I feel like they're missing that like hit series other than like Halo.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna pick up the next Forza.
Forza's a good game.
Dummy.
I like Forza, specifically Horizon. I don't like Motorsport. Motorsport feels weird. I think it's because they emulate realism a little too much. Forza's more.
I'm personally a Microsoft Flight Simulator kind of guy.
Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't played it, probably because my graphics card wouldn't like it very much.
Yeah, that game go dummy on requirements.
Yeah. Keep an eye on chat, by the way. You can.
Yeah.
Alright. So, speaking of right to repair, though, Dell apparently is making a very repairable laptop that has a bunch of replaceable parts. Kind of like Framework.
What it's called? It's Luna! I swear! Our names are so unoriginal!
I know, right?
We had one job, and one job only.
Isn't Luna a name for one of the new furry icons?
Oh, well, apparently not. Apparently? What?
Well, there's like this
Now,
new furry character that people really talk. I've seen a lot around called Luna. It's with two O's or whatever.
I hate it here. That's such a bad spelling. Hold on. Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna Google something.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. That or like the new Freddy's characters. Because security breach
So
is
I looked
out.
up like Loona specific like that, and my first result is Luna is a South Korean girl group formed by Blackberry Creative. The group was introduced to the public through a pre-debut project of a game. I don't care anymore. Never mind.
Damn. Oop, I dropped my boots. Where did my other one go?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
see.
how's sending in the buds going?
I haven't sent them in yet. I'm gonna later. Speaking of which, I guess for context, my Galaxy Buds have not been working for like a year, and I decided now is the time to ask Samsung to repair for me after 1 month after my warranty, which they said, yeah, it's cool.
Shut up! No one asked you. I know that's on your end, but be quiet.
Thank you very much.
Um, from the looks of it, I think that Dell's whole Luna thing, which by the way is also the name of a Amazon streaming service, is like it feels like almost PR control.
Yeah. But again, I don't really care if it's pure control. It's just
Yeah,
like
like
the fact that it exists.
if it's good, it's good. I'm gonna like if it's good and it's good for the environment, then who cares what the actual motive behind it is? Because the fact of the matter is, it's still benefiting you. It's still benefiting us. It's still benefiting society in the long run.
Look, if protecting the environment has financial interests, we should probably go with that. Because the main thing that's keeping people from being environmentally friendly is business financial reasons.
Yeah. Also, planned obsolescence, baby.
Yeah. Although, in all fairness, planned obsolescence exists for a reason. Like,
Yes,
okay,
obsolete.
yeah. But the main thing is, okay, did you ever hear about the stockings story?
Hold on. I'm going to hate myself, but I'm gonna get on the grind set for cell phone. Explain. I'm confused, Charcoal. Explain. Questions for later.
Yeah. So you've heard about the stocking story, right?
The stonking. Which one?
Basically leggings.
No, I actually haven't. Fill me in.
So this is basically a story of a product being too good.
Yeah, okay, no. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Basically, the main thing is okay for people who don't know the stocking story. I don't remember every detail, but basically, this company made super good stockings in like the early 20th century or mid. I don't remember. It was like mid or early. And their main thing was it was a very durable, really well made pair of stockings that were so good that it could be used to like I don't know, like move a truck. Like I'm not kidding.
Huh.
That's how durable they were. However, ever since they sold it, the company quickly ran out of business because it was so good that people didn't need to buy more than a couple.
Yeah.
So people
Fun fact,
stopped buying it.
That's actually why current light bulbs have not the greatest or not the greatest what is the word I'm looking for? I would use battery life, but that's not even correct.
Yeah, they don't last as long as older ones. But also, I feel like in general they don't last or they're not as bright anyway.
They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, no. I will say though, the stocking story is kind of like my main reason why I think companies just do plan obsolescence. It's just how you go about it, you know.
Because planned obsolescence mostly began like as common knowledge with the Great Depression. So
Yeah,
there had to be a way to stimulate the market. So planned obsolescence was like a huge thing, especially in like late 20th century. So
Yeah. Basically, there's a reason for it, and you.
there's a reason why our phones aren't plastic anymore.
Well, I feel like would it be better or worse for if phones were all
Well, it's
plastic?
better simply because you can pop out the back and switch out the battery.
Yeah, fair. Honestly, I wish all cell phones just were held by a clip.
Yeah, but that would be miserable. Uh-oh, I lost the top of my cell phone. Can someone help me find it?
Yeah. But really, planned obsolescence is perfectly fine in my book. I just think like doing things like, okay, Apple, for example, is like the biggest, like most well-known company that has planned obsolescence.
For the record, we're using Apple as an example, not as a what is the word I'm looking for? Not as like a specific like the only company who does this because every
Yeah.
company does it. That's just the fact of the
Yeah,
matter.
it's just Apple's the most famous example we can pull from right now. So one thing about Apple is that the way, honestly, their planned obsolescence isn't even that bad, if that makes sense, because it mostly involves battery, and how like they purposely make phones weaker so their phones would not instantly die because of battery life. Because obviously batteries don't last
They wouldn't
forever.
pull a Note 9.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that like it's fine. I just think Apple could have worded it better.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of something, and now I'm forgetting it. It was just on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing Apple does really good though for like longevity of their devices is something Android still doesn't have, by the way, commitment to software updates.
Yeah. They
Like 5 years is insane.
yeah, Apple products. If you're buying an Apple product, expect to not need a new device or upgrading for like a few years.
Yeah. Like my S20 Ultra gets I think 3 years of updates, which again is almost or is just above half of what Apple gives you. That's crazy to me.
The fucking 4S didn't stop getting updates till like last year or the year before. That's
Uh
I don't know. It
Which I
lasted
think
a
was a couple
long
years
ass
ago,
time.
'cause
Though
2011 was when 6 was being discontinued because 5 years, 7 for 12,
yeah,
8
no,
for 13, so
it is a little bit funny how I think the 4 had a more updates than the 5C, but I could be wrong.
that poor 5C,
Uh
the poor little kid phone.
in terms of build quality, the 5C is still alright. It's just its hardware was really lackluster for its price. It was basically an
Yeah,
iPhone 5, which was a year old at this point, while being only $100 cheaper than the 5S, which is a marketable improvement.
what was the? 'Cause they released a couple different iPhone 5s. It was the iPhone 5, the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 5C, and then what was the other one?
Uh,
Uh,
iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C, and I think 6.
no, there was the one phone that was unapologetically plastic.
That's the 5C.
It's the 5C? Okay, well, never mind. I guess I just don't remember things properly. Look, okay, I
Yeah.
was young.
Yeah, it's the plastic one with a bunch of colors. The phone I had till like I was 16. I don't know. Yeah, the 5C, I think I still love how it feels because it's so tiny. Like even with my 12
I
mini, I
definitely-
kind of it's not a perfect fit.
Speaking of Dark Link, no, I'm kidding.
No, not yet. We'll get to him later.
I know. Uh, what are? Oh my gosh, we're really gonna talk about cars and subscriptions.
Yeah. Okay. So, how do we go about this? So basically, Toyota,
Stop you there real
Tesla. What?
You paid okay, so let's say you pay around 150,000. Okay, actually, what would be a good price for like a smart car?
I'd say like 800 or not 800, 80,000, 80K for like a budget.
Yeah,
Early.
let's say you pay 80K, right? 80K for your car, and then you're told, "Hey, you can't use that." Why?
Yeah, I think Toyota's the most. To be honest, I think the wording is a little weird because I don't exactly know about the Toyota situation specifically. Because
Yeah.
it seems like because the way it's wording, like you can't even start your car. But I'm assuming it's just like a feature where you're able to like start up the engine like without pressing in the keys and turning it or whatever.
Dude, time to pirate a Toyota subscription.
Yeah. Although it could be one of those cars that like doesn't need a key, you just need a key near it, and you just press a button to start the car engine, like my
Yeah.
dad's car, for example. So what I'm assuming is that you can remotely start your car, which is what they're doing the subscription for. For Tesla, heated seats is a privilege, not a right.
I'm letting you know right now that my mother's Suburban from like 2015 has like heated seats that I don't have to pay for.
Yeah, I don't like. Okay, there's a few things I could see using subscriptions for, like maybe the navigation app if it's like really good,
Oh
or
my
the
fucking No, we have Google Maps. Just use Google Maps.
exactly, like you have alternatives for that. But do you really want to have an add-on for your seat for heated seats when you already have access to heated seats?
Why are we paying for basic car features that are in like every other car beforehand? It's like, is there any good like comparison for the phone space?
Maybe like bloatware, but that's the only thing I think of right now.
Somehow that's less worse because you didn't pay 80,000 for your car.
Yeah. In fact, you're paying less in return of that. Car with bloatware.
Your car, but it's filled with Facebook by Meta.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Dude, they know where you're going.
Yeah. Let's see here. What's the next topic? Also, you're gone. Hold on. Boop.
Why is my
No, it's just because I have to look through Discord sometimes, and whenever I do that,
Ranger?
your screen. Yeah. Okay. But basically, it's not a great look if you subscribe. You want to use a
I think one
subscription for a car. Because, okay, the thing is, you're never buying a car for the software, unless you are, which in that case, what? There's some
Dude,
justifications.
I'm buying this car because it has the AMD like next gen GPU in it. I'm gonna play some games, baby.
Extracting a GPU from a car for a PC.
You're genius. You're genius.
Like, you get a working vehicle and a GPU.
I'm actually wondering if like okay, never mind. I was gonna say I was wondering if like the chip actually is just like two separate like parts where it's just like one for gaming and then one for like visualizing self-driving and stuff like that.
Yeah. Self-driving is nice, but it's never gonna work out.
I doubt it. I think maybe next 10 years.
Like, the only way I could see it working is if everyone adopts self-driving cars, which is not happening.
I'll make you a 5K bet.
No. I'm not risking.
For 10 years down the line.
I'm not risking 3080s. Actually, just two. Knowing
Well,
the
at that
prices.
time it'd probably be like the what would they call it? The 100 like the Nvidia Jensen Huang special edition.
The 160.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think one thing that like the subscription thing leads into is copying in the tech space because yeah, Tesla did it and now everybody else is following them. And then I've seen so many takes about like why does every Android why am I blanking on so many words today? Every Android manufacturer copying Apple. And I'm just like, guys, I hope you realize that like everyone copies everyone.
Yeah. Originality? What the hell is that?
Like it's the same thing with how art and music progressed for the past like couple millennia.
Yeah.
People copy people until it actually gets better. I'm like, guys, we've had so many things on Android that have been copied to iOS. We've had so many things on Apple phones, like the notch. Like, no, they didn't do Face ID first. They did it the best though.
Yeah, I
like
think.
removing the charger, etc., etc.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that. I feel like the best solution for the notch right now is like just replacing it with the screen. Have you seen that where they have like a screen on top of the camera lens, but it still works just
Yeah,
fine?
I think Samsung has it on the Z Fold 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
And then I think who was it who did it first? I don't remember if it was ZTE. I think it probably was who they're not exactly known for having the best cameras on the market, but it's definitely a cool concept design. I think the best solution for the notch and the hole punch is give us back the bezel. I'm sorry, but hold on. Is there something I can like show that's not revealing? Like, there's no reason this should exist. No one asked for it.
What are you showing, by the
Like,
way?
just the hole punch on my phone. It's like it bothers me so much. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I love this phone. I love everything about it, except for that futzing hole punch.
I'm not gonna lie, bezels also make it easier for one handling.
Oh no, definitely. I think Samsung started on the attack of the bezel, just kind of led into everyone else. Which, by the way, Apple did not start, and also Apple did not create the notch. They made it popular, but people make I don't know. It bothers me.
Yeah.
Speaking of Apple, M1 for AR and VR.
Yeah, this is actually a leak, not a confirmation.
Mm.
And basically, it's the leak reportedly says that Apple will use Mac M1s for their AR VR headsets. I don't know if it's VR. I've heard more AR than VR, which makes sense
I guess
coming
we can
from
just say
Apple.
XR for now, but I think AR probably checks out.
Yeah.
I think honestly, this could be a huge like advancement for the XR space simply because what can the Snapdragon XR2 do compared to the M1?
Not a lot.
Yeah, the M1 kind of smokes everything just in its range. It's scary.
Yeah, no. Like M1's an APU, right?
Yes, it is. Everything ARM based has been an APU. So
Yeah. So M1 absolutely
I guess
fucks
no, it's
everyone.
it's an SoC. My bad.
SSC, yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I honestly like depending on how it's priced, it's gonna be big.
Uh, hear me out. I don't think Apple releases this to consumers.
They use it for office work, imagine.
Yeah, it's the most Apple thing they could possibly do.
Yeah, although I feel like they're more interested in schools. Whoa, you know what I'm thinking? They're gonna release it for schools, but like
Dude, my
specific
school's
schools.
gonna be an NFT. My school's gonna be an NFT in the metaverse. Hold on, I never thought about this possibility.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying
Wait,
is,
so someone clip my realization of my school being an NFT because
yeah,
that's funny to me.
yeah, because like Apple in their early days, well, in their weird existential crisis days, release things for
The
schools.
absence of Steve Jobs days or the
I think somewhere in between the return and when Steve Jobs was left, somewhere in that general time frame, Apple had schools exclusively use Macs, or not exclusively, but they provided Macs when
well,
that stuff wasn't common.
I think
So I feel like
someone
considering
from
VR
a
isn't
channel.
that, I feel like because VR isn't common, I could totally see XR AR for school learning.
Yeah. I think if anyone can do it, it's definitely Apple to make something like this mainstream. Like
Yeah.
Facebook has already or sorry, no, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook Reality Labs has done a really good job of like creating a mainstream workspace and play space for VR using the Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah. So
And
now, yeah, and AR has kind of fell behind a lot. Um,
what do you mean you're not going to use your phone to look around the room?
Yeah, no. It's just like I feel like AR has stagnated since like the
Pokemon
3DS.
Go.
So yeah, Pokemon Go. They haven't done anything. AR has done
No, I'm sorry,
absolutely
but Face Raiders was a banger.
yeah, no. AR has just not been that interesting.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I
I'm
think a
done playing
device
this.
with a combination of both VR and AR is what I think Meta or Facebook is leading up to, simply like in the metaverse. So you just never have to leave like this mixed reality ever again. At least that's my interpretation.
Yeah.
And I feel like sooner or later every company's gonna jump on board and it's either gonna majorly flop or it's gonna change the world. There's no in between.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Dark Link. I'm gonna call it a night. GG's. So basically, yeah, I'm excited to see what they'll do if they even do it because it's a leak.
Definitely. Definitely. I think one thing that a certain person from a certain channel that we definitely aren't ripping off whatsoever mentioned about Chromebooks, I believe, is if you put your stuff like if you put your material in schools, people are going to be like so used to that. Anyone growing up from here on out. So like let's say Apple uses their mixed reality for schools. What will probably happen is those kids are already going to know how like their interface and everything works. They're just going to continue to use Apple XR products for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Definitely think it's
What?
a solid business model because you're basically making the customers.
Yeah. I will admit though, with the Google strategy, while it is valid, I don't know if it's gonna be as big as some people are making it out to be.
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, because the main thing for me that's concerning is like yes, Chrome is like or I feel like Chromebooks will see like a marketable increase once those kids become an adult. Those same kids also say those Chromebooks suck.
Yeah, I
um
think
and there's a
our
general
first
stigma with Chromebooks in general. Like, okay, I'm personally all for Chromebooks. I think they're usually decent enough devices for like, Word documents and stuff like that. And general web browsing. No, that's perfectly fine. It's just I'd say Windows is still gonna reign like supreme no matter what. And
but
also
I can play AFK Arena on my laptop without downloading BlueStacks.
also smartphones. I feel like well, you can't really give people smartphones in school. That wouldn't work.
There are schools I know that do give iPads actually.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But the main thing is kids are more used to smartphones than they are desktops or laptops of
Uh,
any kind.
which actually, yeah, is definitely something proven because college students apparently can't use basic file systems.
Yeah, it does make me wonder,
We
is it
live in
more
a
Android or
era.
Apple right now with schools? Do you find more people
With
using Android or
schools,
iPhones?
with
Because for me it's
schools,
been 50-50.
no, okay. With schools, I mean like general school products. You're most likely probably gonna see Apple, at least from my experience, especially in places like the School for the Blind. They tend to use a lot of Apple products simply because they know what works there.
Okay, no, I don't mean that. I mean like what do you see
But
kids bring to school? Like with smartphones.
I think it's gotten more 50-50. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the
I
time I still see a lot more iPhone, but also I don't really pay that much attention because
I think it's because Apple just stands out more with their design slightly than Android.
I mean,
Because okay,
right?
if you see an Android, you just see a phone, but when you're looking at an Apple iPhone, you're just like, "Oh, that's the iPhone 13 Pro Max." I love the
Yeah, I
iPhone
think
13 Pro Max.
dude, the iPhone 13 Pro Max Ultra Plus gaming edition.
Hell yeah.
Like, I think the main thing with Apple phones is that they still carry that brand name.
Yeah.
Like kids
And
are like, "Oh, dude, like Android phones break so easily." I'm like, girl, I've seen both my sister's phone and my phone get thrown at the exact same strength, and my phone was the one who survived. What are you guys on about?
Apple phones are definitely not as durable as certain Android phones. And I
Well,
think
yeah,
that's
but
just
also certain
because
Android phones aren't as durable as iPhones whatsoever. So
yeah, I think in terms of OS though, I think iOS is just a bit easier to grasp. Just a teeny tiny bit. I think they're actually equal for the most part. It's just I think iOS just has slightly more
I think it
advantage
all
because
comes
more
down to
people have it.
what you grew up on.
Yeah, I grew up on both Android and iOS.
Yeah.
I just decided to choose iOS because I've had more stable experiences there.
And honestly, like that's perfectly fine. I don't get the whole like, I can't believe you chose an iPhone over an Android phone. How dare you?
And also, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes emulation is just better on the iPhone than Android.
Yeah, dude, I love like going out of my way to do so much more effort to emulate on an iPhone.
Well, I'm just saying like performance wise, not like difficulty getting it.
Yeah, but the issue with it is like, is that performance boost does that really matter?
No, I just think I just prefer it, to be honest.
Also, Apple's Bionic chips are currently still a decent amount ahead of Snapdragon chips, so
Yeah,
that might change with Samsung teaming up with AMD, but we'll see.
yeah. I'm also pretty, I don't know, with my 12 mini. Hey, I'm showing off. Um, if I had to give my thoughts on the 12 mini right now, first of all, I love the screen because it's OLED.
Imagine not having an OLED screen for like the
Yeah,
past.
I had,
When did I have my F9?
I don't know, a few years ago, 2 years.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah,
Probably 2017 or so.
yeah. The only thing with my screen is I had to change the color profile a little bit because it was slightly too yellow or too warm for an OLED, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it didn't show a lot of blues. But
I'm
every
blue.
in terms of like how it feels, like especially without a case, I like the
Yeah.
hard edges or
One
the
thing I
what.
will critique about this phone. God damn it, it's so hard to use it sometimes without a case. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
love this phone with all my heart, but
mhm.
like, God.
How do I describe using an iPhone without a case? I feel like a poor person when I'm using a case.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like first person while using a case too. I just wish that my edges weren't constantly in the way.
yeah, for me, my edges have been my own. Okay, here's the thing. This is the first phone I've ever had that doesn't really have bezels outside of the notch. I will say there is an issue where my palms hit the edge of the screen. So, like, say I'm like holding it like this, right?
Imagine preferring Android Dark Link. Cringe. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm holding it like on the side with my palm, right?
Yeah.
Thing is, when I'm watching a YouTube video, sometimes I like move my hand to kind of adjust if I'm like doing something else, and the
Mhm.
palm of my hand hits the edges, which rewinds a YouTube video sometimes, which that's a little annoying. But I think that's just the thing with having bezel-less screens.
I think one thing I really prefer about the way that Android does gestures is, for the most part, they're the iPhone's gestures, except like in my opinion, just easier to know or easier because, like, for example, I don't have to swipe down from the top right to get the control panel since the control panel is already in the notification bar.
Yeah, I think there's certain things Apple can do a little bit better with gestures, but overall it's alright. The only confusing thing for me is why is Siri the power button and not the power off button now?
Can you not switch it?
I don't think there is a way to switch it because the way you have to turn it off is I think you have to hold the volume up button and power button at the same time and hold it for a little
Hey,
bit.
you know what you can? You know on what phone you can switch that on because it does start with Bixby, but you can change it to the power button. I wonder what that would be.
I wonder. But I do
It's
think
fine. Siri's a better virtual assistant than Bixby. Don't at me.
yeah. But just having like a phone that's with hard edges with like it's made out of aluminum, I believe, feels nice.
I believe you don't say
Um,
aluminum.
Aluminium. Um, my parents keep annoying the fuck out of me though with like, why aren't you using a case? Why aren't you using a case? And I'm like, I think I'm careful enough with my devices to not like
I
crack
think.
it.
Well, the issue is you've seen a Linus Tech Tips video. I think that's the issue they have.
Yeah. Um, and for me, like, I take care of my devices well enough. Like, sure, I'm gonna get scratches here and there, but I don't really care about scratches on my screen. like the biggest concern really with not having a case on this phone is the fact that it has a glass back rather than like an aluminum one from like other previous devices. But I actually kind of prefer that because glass is slipperier or less slippery than aluminum for me. Like if I'm resting it on my leg, right?
Mhm.
I've I've noticed my iPhone 6s slips off way easier than the glass back of the 12 mini. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just that. Anyway,
I feel like
we need to escape out of this tangent.
Yeah, I
So
know,
go
but I
on.
just want to go over something real quick.
Sure.
I feel like having like one thing people forget is that preventing the accident is much better than making the phone last through the accident. Simply because if the accident doesn't happen, does it really matter?
Yeah. And also, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be upgrading my 12 mini anytime soon. Like I shouldn't need to. I'd say like
By
wait
the
for like
way,
the
Darklink, I'm joking. I prefer Android too.
maybe the iPhone 17 mini. I hope the mini line lasts though. Like because we've been hearing a lot of low sales and I
Rumors,
don't
but yeah, because no one wants to admit that they have a small, you know what. I'm not allowed to say that on stream. Actually, I might be fine.
small hands.
Anyways, yeah, small hands. Yeah, exactly what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think people who buy the mini phones are just like they understand that they're so powerful with their massive everything else, so they decide, okay, the plan is simple. I'm just gonna get a smaller device so I don't have simply because I don't have to compensate.
Yeah, for me the only downside of a small phone right now is the battery life. Which
I think
honestly,
the only
the battery life on this phone has been pretty solid. Like it's
Yeah,
better than
I
my
think the only
6S.
downside I think the only downside for small phones for me is that your phone isn't 6.9 inches like mine.
Okay, but who cares?
Yeah, but I do.
Yeah, but I don't care. And
God.
also no girl's gonna want that.
You don't want my 6.9-inch phone? Oh,
No.
no, never mind. Can we go on?
Trust
The
me.
NVIDIA RTX 2050, guys.
Yeah, before we go on to the RTX cards, just letting you know from pure experience, girls don't really like it that
Girls
big.
like smaller phone. Okay, yeah, okay, never. Yeah.
Girls don't
Wait,
like it
like
that
what
big.
that big? We're still on the same topic of phones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just from personal experience
Yeah,
after
girls like
trying it
small
out.
phones, I've heard.
Yeah, well, more so they prefer like medium phones, like average size.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Anyway.
Mm.
All right. So, Nvidia shockingly released or announced the RTX 2050, which we have a link. I have a link to the image here, so I can look at the exact specs.
One thing that's interesting as of recent is that I think you've been keeping up more with GPU news than I have, which is just weird because normally I'm on top of it, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
as of recent,
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
Here's the thing with the RTX 2050. It has an actual reason to exist. Spec
Yeah,
wise, I believe it's basically a 1650, which
so
hold on,
basically a 1050.
yeah, hold on. Let me actually compare it to the 2060 so I can have a better comparison. It's basically a RX 570 from what I could tell. I'm gonna double check real quick.
Okay. Wait, the 20 series implies it has tensor cores for ray tracing. There's no universe where that card can run ray tracing, right?
I I think it can, just maybe with like heavy DLSS. So weird.
Massive, like,
Okay,
performance DLSS,
here's
like,
there's some weird stats going on with the 2050 because
yeah.
it has more CUDA cores than the 2060. But everything else is lower.
Yeah, that
It
makes
has
sense.
4 GB of GDDR6. It has only
Okay.
64-bit memory interface width. And but the main thing is that it's 30 to 45 watts, which means it's very low powered.
That's one issue that with the RX 570 is that it's not suitable for older builds simply because it's too high powered. It needs
Yeah.
two 8 pins.
So basically, it's just a
Sorry, one 8 pin,
really power efficient RX 570 or a 1050.
which you're not going to be able to find in stock. So basically, just a really power efficient RX 570.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, which like honestly, I see some justifications for the 2058 for like the beginner build. Like you don't want to spend too much money and you don't want to you're worried about like how much power it's going to take up. I don't know.
I'd recommend the card for video editors, content creators.
Yeah, like starting content creators that also want to have
Not even
some
just starting
gaming.
content creator, because like the one thing with the 2050 and that's similar to the 1650 Ti is they both have tensor cores, so
Wait,
they'll
hang
be able to
on.
do the hardware acceleration in.
Um okay, for a second I wasn't sure if it had NVIDIA support. It does.
If it didn't, I would have just, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say if
it
it didn't, I was gonna
has.
throw a
Yeah, I was
baby
like,
fit.
it's like, yeah, that'd be a good point. Let me just check if it does. So it's seventh generation NVANC. Is that the latest version, or is?
I didn't even know there were generations of NVANC. Actually, I didn't know they labeled them as generations of NVANC.
Yeah, well, this is seventh generation. Let me. I'm assuming 30 series might be like eighth generation or whatever because these are listing like 20 series cards. It's
Yeah.
not VR ready. There is NVIDIA GPU boost. It doesn't say what
If
ports it'll
it's
have.
by not VR ready, I mean it's probably gonna run some VR games just fine.
Yeah, it's just don't expect to run Half-Life Alyx very well.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't say whether it has HDMI or DisplayPort.
It'll probably have
It does have DirectX 12, Vulkan, and OpenGL support as it should. Game ready drivers. What's NVIDIA Whispered mode?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, NVIDIA
I've
battery
never heard of that
boost.
before.
NVIDIA battery boost. Okay, I guess this is for the laptops. NVIDIA
Yeah,
Optimus technology. NVIDIA G-Sync. It doesn't have.
that's
NVIDIA
fine.
highlights. I don't know, but
Like
it does have
anyone
it.
who's using a 2050 isn't gonna get any advantage of the NVIDIA G-Sync.
Yeah, NVIDIA Ansel. I don't know what that is. Geforce Experience, yeah. It does have real-time ray tracing support as yes.
Well, yeah, because that's labeled 20 series, so yeah, it would have first generation tensor.
So it might
But
run
why?
Minecraft RTX.
Just yeah, it might run Minecraft RTX at
Okay,
like 25
maybe
FPS.
maybe for like starting Blender builds. Could it? It's basically a 1050, so would it
I
be able
think
to run?
one thing I don't exactly have enough knowledge on is 3D modeling, so I couldn't really tell you much about like Blender builds and stuff like that.
Yeah, but maybe
I
like
assume we need a more powerful GPU, but what do I know?
yeah. But I feel like with heavy DLSS, ray tracing should be fine. But regardless, it is 30 to 45 watts, which is kind of insane.
Mm-hmm. Can you
Like,
run Halo Infinite on an RTX
although
2060?
it does make me wonder what the 1050 wattage is.
Probably about the same.
It's it's 75 watts, so it's actually higher. So this is even more
Really? And
power
that card didn't
efficient.
even need, yeah, that card didn't even need an 8 pin.
Yeah, so this is much more power efficient.
Wait, hold on. Is this a laptop thing or?
To be honest, I'm not sure because it
Because from what I
seems
understand, they've introduced like laptop cards,
I
but
think
I
it's
don't
both gonna
actually
be a
know.
desktop and mobile, but if it's mobile, then that's even better.
Yeah, if it's mobile, that helps its case because, well, the only reason why that the TDP would be so low, I assume, is because it's specifically meant for laptop. But what do I know?
Yeah. Well, you know
Having
what?
it be mobile is the perfect graphics card to throw in like a cheap like a budget build for someone who needs to get into like doing all this stuff and get into like small games, but like nothing too big.
Like, okay, with the 2060, you have to kind of be in that business mindset where like, okay, it's for the stocks, so like, the miners get it, so the other, so it's just bait for the miners.
Mm.
So other people might have a chance of getting the other cards, like the 3060 specifically. With the RTX 2050, it's a different case. It's a case of
There's no universe for any miner is buying that card.
yeah, it's too in if unless it's like really efficient because it has more cores than the 2060. I don't know how much that would help with mining. But everything is lower. It's yeah, I don't think it can even run mining.
I think it might be the VRAM issue.
Yeah.
Ow,
So
my toe.
it's gonna be good for starting gamers. I feel like it's because it's basically a 1650.
You Dark Link, you want to see the 3D models I've been using recently? Specifically for Pyra and Mithra?
God, but 1650, but like better and more power efficient. We'll take it. Especially like for the $500 builds, people.
Yeah, it's definitely something that if it's gonna be in stock, if Nvidia does actually make them and actually it actually exists, then that's definitely something I'd recommend going for either a
Yeah,
laptop or
and it's a pretty good like budget laptop mobile processor.
yeah.
For like $800, you'll have like a decent Photoshop machine at the very least.
Mm.
A really
Shut
decent
up,
Photoshop.
Cameron. I don't want to play car soccer with you.
Let me see anything else notable about the 2050. Besides that, I don't think there's much else to go about. It does run 1477 megahertz, but like I don't really know about GPU
Uh,
stats all too
yeah, I was
much.
gonna say, generally that doesn't matter if like we don't know the performance simply because
Yeah,
GPUs have way too much.
I'd say I'm actually curious on how it'll run though.
Mm.
Run games. Like if
But it's
it's
like,
at if it's as good as a 1050 or like 1650, then it's good enough. And it
mm.
also depends how it's priced. Like I'd say 150.
No, it's gonna be higher.
Yeah, 200, I wouldn't put it 300.
It's
Even
not gonna
if
be 300. I'd say 220,
250, I'd say 250.
250. 250 is fair. All MSRP you at 250. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just like worst value 1060.
Well, the issue with that is like MSRP for the 1660 Ti would be probably a much better deal, but
Yeah, but regardless, it's a good enough. If it's mobile, then none of this MSRP matters.
yeah, I was gonna say if it's mobile, that's even better simply because none of this matters. It's gonna be in budget laptops anyways, and it's
Yeah,
even better for thin and lights. So
yeah. Would it be able to run like Xbox 360 games? It should, right? So,
what?
like level games. I'm just one. It should run MCC.
I was gonna say yeah, it does MCC perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay, if a game can run MCC perfectly fine, then you have a decent enough build.
Mm, I agree that with that much anglefish. Jeez.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of MCC, oh boy, Scarf tried out Halo 4. How'd you feel about it?
Blue. Like I don't feel blue. I just see blue. All I've ever known is blue, and also bad weapon designs.
Bad weapon design. Yeah. And you've also seen the cutscenes to Halo 5.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me sum up my feelings of Halo 4 in like maybe one hand. So we've got not contrasty enough, um, thick Cortana, um, weird weapon designs, okay story, sprinting feels weird compared to Reach.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Although I think everyone no, I think most people are kind of happy about Halo 4 Cortana design. Like there's people who still
Yeah,
say that's the
most people
best
are
design.
very happy about it. Mm-hmm.
I will
Can't tell if
say
that's you talking or the other you talking.
Halo 4 Cortana did have the most expressive faces until Halo Infinite.
Yeah, that checks out. I don't
Yeah.
actually think it's a bad Cortana design. It's just so funny to me that the first thing I notice is, oh wait, did they make her exponentially thicker?
Yeah, or more so it looks like
I
she's
guess it
not
has
even
been 4 years, Chief.
I think it more so looks like she's not wearing anything or it's a very tight
Yeah.
bodysuit.
Stop messaging me! I swear! Can I just mute my watch for a sec? Hold on.
Yeah. Um
There we go. Everything is back to normal. Anyways, you were saying about Halo 5 cutscene.
Yeah, I only showed him the cutscenes, which honestly was all he needed, and like a couple seconds of gameplay. So, how did you feel about that?
We should re-motion capture the Locke versus Master Chief.
Ugh.
I think we might do a slightly better job, personally.
That's one of our skits. A recreation of
God.
Spartan versus Master Chief.
I would love to get like like an actual
By the way,
video
Scarf,
thing.
if you don't at least upload this video, you owe me RAM.
I do owe you RAM. You're right. Well, just
Yes!
because I don't. Well, I think the simple fact of the matter is, I simply decided that I don't think I'm much of a video essay kind of person.
Yeah, that's fair. I've main thing for me is that like I just need a assistant editor at this point, so I need you
Yeah.
to.
Like, it's something it's a project I'll have on the back burner simply because it's something I could put out there and it'll probably get it'll probably do decently fine. The
I'd
issue is
say you get 3 digits
I'm
easy.
not happy. I'm not really happy with the way I've because I know I'm not going to start off like the greatest video essay maker on the planet, but
Yes,
I don't know.
Cherry
Something about it just really bothered me.
AB, Albi,
Oh,
Cherry Albi, var.tech. I don't know what that means. I'll disregard that for now.
oh wait, Solar Stealth 111. Also, yeah, var.tech. I have no idea what. I can't tell if that's Anglefish or what. I'm very confuzzled.
Yeah. Anyway, basically, okay. What did you not like about Halo 5, or what did you like and dislike from like the cutscenes you saw and the sliver of gameplay?
Let's start off with what I liked. That's all. Um, what I disliked, everything felt like I think it's very specifically the art design of the game just felt really weird compared to what I was used to from like Halo 1, 2, 3, which that did happen in 4, but to a
It
lesser
looked like
extent.
Splitgate.
And yeah, it looked like they overdid motion capture, and the issue with Halo 5 looking like Splitgate is that Splitgate doesn't have a campaign. And
Yeah.
I think it's for a good reason.
Yeah, Splitgate would be make a terrible campaign.
Yeah. And the worst part is I know exactly what it would look like. For the record, I enjoy playing Splitgate. It's just it would not make a good campaign.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Although it
Sorry,
ha-
Total Wars.exe, my
I
bad.
will say though, I think Halo Infinite feels better than Splitgate right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I prefer its
Uh,
physics slightly more, mostly because the portal physics get fun, but I like the grapple shot a little bit more.
yeah. I think the one very specific thing. Okay. One thing I want to know in like Halo 5 is still have no fucking idea why Cortana is evil.
Yeah, there's only two logical reasons. One, the logic plague finally got to her. Two, it's just a rampancy part of the AI that was kind of left that somehow
It,
survived.
yeah, that checks out, but like it's not even that she does become evil. How do I
Okay,
explain this? It's like
her
spitting on a cartridge,
motivation,
right?
her motivation
Yeah.
is that she's under the belief that the AIs should take the mantle of responsibility. Basically, like, you know, what the humans are.
So somehow even more generic sci-fi.
Yeah, basically, give AI rights. I don't know. She has, at this point, between Halo 5 Infinite, taken over multiple AIs who's joined her side. So basically, the Halo Infinite crew, they're like the people that are in Halo Infinite, they're kind of fucked right now,
Yeah.
and they're heavily damaged. I don't know what the situation with Earth is, but yeah. The Infinity got away with it though, because haha, lol. I believe Lasky's the captain now instead of Del
Mm.
Rio. I think he retired, or I don't know. I think he tried to make a
Never got
smear.
his chip.
I think, yeah, he never got his chip. So
Yeah,
I
God.
think he tried making a smear campaign on Master Chief. I don't remember. I think
Yeah.
that's from the books. Um, and there is this one thing where everyone in between Halo 5 and Infinite where people go back to Reach to obtain something which is implied to be the weapon. But
Mm.
there's no confirmation. It's just a book.
I think one of the funniest things about Halo Infinite is they kind of just skip what Halo 5 is leading up to, and
Yeah, or more
it's
so.
so funny because they knew that they fucked up. They're like, "Oh God, what do we do?"
Yeah, like they didn't necessarily skip it. They just like had a completely different turn on the conflict of interest and defeated what was gonna be the main conflict of Halo 6, or they just skipped it. Like that doesn't exist anymore. Bye bye.
By the way, Atriox is dead, except probably not. I don't know. It's just whatever.
They're being
Not
weird
important.
about it. They're being
It's
weird
so
about
funny
it.
to me.
They're
It's
being
so funny
so
to me how
weird.
they're like, okay, so Halo 5 sets up for this major plot, and then like they're like, but Halo Wars 2 enemy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit the game campaign story kind of feels like the starter pack. I think what they're gonna do is release it like Destiny. They're gonna have a Destiny model where they have
They're taking more
expansions.
from Bungie than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well received Destiny's expansion packs are, but if they're like, 15 bucks a pop for like a 7 hour campaign, I'm alright with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
My only thing is, I don't think Halo's campaigns, at least for the story, justifies the $60 price tag. I think gameplay wise it does, just not
Yeah.
story wise. But also it's a Microsoft product, so I expect it to go like drop half in price soon anyway,
Mhm.
especially for Xbox. I don't know about Steam, but it's just my thoughts. Again, worth it. It's worth the 60 bucks, but the story is just it's good, just not $60 good.
You know what it is? $60 good?
What?
No, I'm not gonna answer that. I was gonna shill. Never mind.
I'm just happy I'm getting RAM.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's fine. Like I'm fine with it because I simply just understood that like I don't think this is it for me.
Yeah, I think you might want to try this Skit thing this
Yeah,
week.
I do want to start like brainstorming for skit stuff as soon as we do end stream.
If you don't get it done by this week or the next week, this skit, you're gonna have to pay me the SSD.
Do you need a 1 TB or what are we going for here?
1 TB. I think Evo 980.
Oh God, so I actually have to care. I didn't realize you were going straight for Samsung.
Yeah, I'm going deep. Like you have actual there's some stakes in this
Yeah,
now.
let's say like the RAM is fine because like
I'm also okay,
big up the RAM.
the RAM is like should I tell you the price? It's
Oh.
32 gigabytes and it's
Let me take a
3600
guess.
megahertz.
180.
I think it's slightly less. I think it's 165.
Okay, I'm fine with that. That's just okay.
Let me
You're a
actually
looks over function kind of person. I'm a function over looks kind of person, except for when the looks are actually that bad.
yeah, well, it's 3600 megahertz, so it's gonna have to be a decent enough upgrade. And also, I need to get back to 32 gigabytes of RAM soon.
Let's say no, 3600 to 3200 is not that decent of an upgrade. It's just okay.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Like
But
it gives you maybe like 2 FPS more in CS:GO.
yeah, unless you want me to go straight for 4000
Might do that when
megahertz.
DDR5 is just on the cusp.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna get DDR5 anyway. Anytime soon.
Besides, I don't know. I don't think there's even that. Like, there's not. I think there's even less of a performance difference between
Oh,
3600 and 4000.
oh, never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong page. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's two 216s gigabyte sticks, and it's 160 exactly. And let me give you the. Should I give you the Newegg or Amazon listing?
Amazon, please.
All right, yeah, they're the exact same price.
Yeah, but Amazon shipping is quicker
Yeah,
and
no,
cheaper.
yeah, no, that's fair. I'm only saying Newegg because I don't know, some people might prefer that. Also, that's how I got most of my products because they were free shipping and I didn't buy.
Yeah.
I had to pay for Amazon shipping, and I don't want to do that. Thank God I have your account.
That reminds me, it is currently 21:52, which means it's perfect time to shill Lunar Dave. Go check out his channel because we have video there. That's very good video that only has 105 views, and that's extremely disappointing because it deserves more than that.
I'd say it should have gotten 1,000. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's a banger video, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about 343 for a minute. First of all, I'm just gonna applaud 343 for being a good company. They're addressing their issues and they're admitting their faults.
I can't count that high.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty like the fact that 343 is being very transparent about the issues that they have and they're willing to fix it. I'm happy about it because 343 during MCC and Halo 5, they were quiet. I think they were afraid of saying anything, and I don't blame them. They just made like what's considered the worst Halo game of all time and the worst Halo launch with MCC. So
Thankfully, MCC has gotten better, but
yeah, I believe the director made a public apology for the launch of MCC because like he blamed himself for basically everything, like how they weren't prepared for the popularity of the servers, which is why the match times were so long. They originally were just gonna have Halo 2 Anniversary, but they got more ambitious, so they really decided, hey, let's release all 4 Halo games and Halo 2 Anniversary at the same deadline. So they kind of fucked themselves over. Or they got too ambitious.
That explains why they never had. Okay, I understand now.
And also they were working on Halo 5 at the same time. So they were working on effectively porting 4 games, remaking 1, and then releasing an entirely new one, all going about the same time.
Yeah. Just makes me upset that they copied Call of Duty assets. Anyways, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. So I don't blame 343 for being quiet during that time, but the fact that they're admitting to everything that's going wrong at the moment, even if it's like not the biggest deal, I'm happy because the main concern right now is like the cosmetics, which I didn't know people cared about them that much.
At least they're not Activision Blizzard.
Also, I'm pretty sure the campaign just gives you unlockable cosmetics that you have to pay for otherwise that you can find in the open world. I could be wrong.
Caring about cosmetics is just kind of cringe.
I think
I'm default for life.
I'd say I would at least want to like change colors, but I don't really care more than that. But 343 also says they won't fix physics bugs, or not really bugs, but like whack ragdoll physics. You know the thing where people are like flying over or like doing crazy shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna fix that because
Breath of the Wild to run for its money.
Yeah, they're like it's part of Halo. And it's like, yeah, they get it.
That's one thing I've I've never been a huge fan of for like patch culture and stuff like that. Like there's certain things that I'm just like, why did you patch that? Like there's like no one normally would have an issue with that. It's just something that you just really didn't want speedrunners to have fun.
It's very funny that people compare Halo Infinite, or there's been some people that compared it to Cyberpunk, and I'm like, you've clearly never played a Halo game.
Like Halo is supposed to work like this. You're supposed to work like this. This is how it's supposed to function.
Halo has always been kind of like a mix of Doom, Half-Life 2, and Gmod. It's kind of been and then with like some sci-fi elements. It's kind of been an amalgamation of those games. And like my favorite kind of variation of it. Like, and it's more grounded at the same time. So that's why I like Halo, gameplay wise. It's just that's the appeal of Halo. You know, Cyberpunk, they promised something that wasn't like that, and also it ran terribly in the first place. Which Halo Infinite,
and also we were waiting for like what was it, a good 10 years?
Yeah, and Halo Infinite runs pretty well on most hardware, so that's not even an issue. So yeah, I think 343 did a good job with Halo Infinite. Good job, you made a good Halo game. Let's go!
Wait, there are genuinely people comparing Infinite to Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I know I did this last episode, but I'm heading out.
Okay, he's coming back. He's back and worse than ever.
Fuck are these takes?
Yeah, no, it's kind of all over the place. One thing that I do think might be patched though, but might also not, is the campaign split screen co-op glitch.
Hey.
You completely cut out there. What?
I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know if it will be patched because they haven't commented. It might not. But basically what happened is that there's a way to technically, after janking out with some controllers and making sure Halo Infinite's offline, you are able to play split screen co-op in the campaign.
Huh.
There are some downsides to this. First of all, your HUD does not work properly for player 2.
Okay, that's actually hilarious.
Player 2 has their own skill tree, so if you get one upgrade, the other person won't, which I think is the point. But also, there's limited Spartan cores, so I'm not sure which are the upgrade stuff. Which I don't know if that's intentional or part of the game or not. So I'm a little curious on how that'll pan out.
It could just be that progression's not synced yet, so.
Yeah. Another thing is that if you die, or if any one of the players die, the game soft locks.
Of course it does. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are broken with it, but the fact that it even works to a slight extent is kind of amazing as a glitch.
Okay, I want to believe, like, this is my pure headcanon, and even if it's not true, even if, like, there's nothing confirming it whatsoever, I just believe that, like, one of the Halo Infinite devs casually just, like, was like, I didn't see anything. We're just gonna casually look over that.
Yeah, I do enjoy like seeing glitches like these because I think it also proves to people that campaign co-op isn't a simple turn on and off switch.
Especially for a game like Halo Infinite that has a big world.
Yeah, I don't think people understand just how massive that world is and how co-op is not as simple as, an on and off switch. There's so many things you have to consider, and the main thing 343 didn't want to release it was because it wasn't polished enough.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
then, yeah, my issue with people being like, oh, don't release an unfinished game. I'm like, well, okay, but like the core game is like pretty much done. It's just things like multiplayer. Obviously, they don't want to put out there that isn't finished, or because it's not
if the
finished.
core
Because if it wasn't finished, people would be complaining about it.
yeah, if the core game wasn't finished, I'd understand. But the core game is finished. There's nothing inherently broken about it. And the
Yeah.
game itself is very solid. So, yeah, I don't know. There's some people that legitimately hate the story of Infinite, which I'm like,
They're also the same people who are like, the only 3 Halo games are Halo 1, 2, and 3.
yeah, Bungie stands. So, let's see. God, I
I think
did
there
not
was
order this
a
properly.
I think there was because Linus tweeted like stuff about enjoying Halo Infinite or whatever, and then like the whole thing about getting banned for like a good 5 minutes simply because he kept dropping out of games. And then I saw one post like below that said, "Well, 343 ruined it, so don't even bother." And then Linus is like, "I'm enjoying the game. I don't know what you guys are on about. It's just there's some
Yeah.
issues."
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
It's
like,
just like,
guys, come on, the game's not that bad. It's a good game. I'm having fun.
yeah. I think they just made a finally good fun Halo game.
Which doesn't
Okay.
matter because they're a different studio, therefore they can't make a good Halo game.
True. I feel like people would still hate it if Bungie were working on it anyway. So anyway,
Yeah, but it's the creator's original intent, Dave.
so
You wouldn't
TikTok food.
understand the beauty of art.
TikTok food.
There's nothing much to say about this. I just think it's really fucking funny.
What was this about? I remember something about
TikTok it's similar
something
to
about the
like what Mr.
recipes.
Beast did, where like basically they're gonna be like serving specific like viral TikTok recipes in like certain restaurants, for what I understand.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, they're making virtual restaurants where they deliver things that are from viral TikTok recipes.
Dude, I
Yeah,
can't wait till one of those viral TikTok recipes goes wrong, and then like there's gonna be a huge
I'm just hoping they don't do the toilet one.
Excuse you, what?
Yeah, the rainbow toilet. Like where they put a bunch of food in the toilet and then they flush it to mix it. And then
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
my gut doesn't feel good. I feel sick just talking about it. Um
Why? Oh my god.
that was from a few years ago, so or a year ago. I don't remember. Things were weird, but yeah. I will say there's some TikTok foot I've seen that from like Twitter that like I might like that.
Yeah, honestly, I think probably most of them are fine. It's just. Can we take a
Although
second to talk about the TikTok AI voice?
I've never heard it.
Though you've never heard like the voice, like the voice they use that for like
Oh,
that one, the condescending little. Oh my
I
god.
am using TikTok, and we are having good time.
No, but you have to smile like this constantly.
Yeah, no, it's a little annoying. I don't know why people do.
It's
People do it for like normally silent videos, and it ruins anything that it was trying to do. Anyway,
You know what the worst part about that though is?
what?
Like it sound like the voice awkwardly sounds like really realistic. The only thing that the issue like that is the issue is like spacing out words and stuff like that. But like yeah, the AI sounds awkwardly realistic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it sounds realistic. I just don't like how loud it is, to be honest.
Neither do
Also,
I.
also,
Back
did you
constantly smiling.
did you see our thumbnail right now?
Yeah, I know.
You have the fucking Linus front facing look. It's like,
Who's this Linus you speak of? I've never heard of a Linus in my life. Definitely not ripping off a Linus whatsoever.
yeah, no, it's great. Regardless, where were we? We were yes. All right, HDMI 2.1 naming scheme. So basically, HDMI 2.1 can sometimes not be HDMI 2.1. I
Why? Like, you guys had a perfectly functional naming scheme. And then you just. I don't get it. I swear, the smartest people on this planet are some of the dumbest people on this planet.
I think the smartest people on this planet just don't think like normal people.
I think, yeah, no, I think they're too. They've ascended, you know? We just don't understand their genius.
You don't understand our genius. Why do I look so emotional?
I just. I'm done with this. Like, tech people apparently can't name anything. What the? I just restarted.
Elon Musk can't even name his child normally.
Yeah, exactly. You have one job, and that's to name your child a normal name. But no, apparently California state law didn't even allow you to name it what you wanted it to.
I'm naming my child GameCube XR2.
I'm naming my child I'm naming my child Doctor.
I'm naming my child New 3DS XL IDS Plus and Knuckles. Including
Genius.
including Dante from the Devil May Cry series. And
You're-
including
you're
Joker from the
genius.
Persona 5 series. Get it? Persona 5 as a series.
Dude, Persona 5 from Smash Bros?
God. But yeah, no. It's just naming schemes have gotten so confusing. Like even the ones that appear like they make sense have like hidden things that don't.
Okay, what at one point do we get to the point where a standard has so many different meanings that it's not a standard anymore?
I feel like USB Type C kind of falls in that category. Just a little bit. It's getting close.
Because, well, Yeah,
Okay,
I kind of agree with that.
here's my take on it. I think every USB Type C cable should have the exact same stuff inside it. If it's not that, then it shouldn't be USB Type C. It should have like a different name to it. Like USB Type C dash A? I don't know.
Technically they do. It's just they're not advertised properly. Like USB Type C PD is USB Type C power delivery, and then
Yeah, it's just that they're never listed on Amazon like that. They're just that it's just USB Type C for Nintendo Switch and Samsung Galaxy S21.
yeah, but somehow this is even worse because like you have to buy a monitor that's HDMI 2.1 compatible.
Oh no, it's definitely worse. I'm just saying USB Type C isn't a saint
Isn't
either.
yeah. Okay, it's not USB. It's not even just USB Type C. It's the entire
Yeah.
universal serial bus standard.
Yeah, like
Been
okay,
doing this ever since USB 3.
which is super okay, one thing is micro USB. I'm sorry.
We don't talk about micro B.
Okay, micro B, I'm gonna be real, it made more sense sometimes.
Yeah, but
It
it's a
was
horrible connection.
oh no, it's definitely horrible. It was but it
Like,
was the same horrible connector with terrible
okay,
standard.
let's be real. If you're using micro B, you might as well just like ask Apple if you can use Lightning.
Ah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. I needed a new charger. um like here's the thing with you remember that one time where they added another connector right next to the micro B connector?
I don't even remember what it was called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I actually thought that was kind of cool because you can use a micro B while having another unique one for faster charging and faster data transfer.
Yeah.
But also, it was kind of jank, so I get why people got rid of it.
Mm. I think USB-C as a standard is very good. I just think the way that a lot of USB is implemented now is just not very good.
I just think, ideally, if everything was USB Type C and like the standards made sense and like the connections and what they do makes sense and it's advertised properly, I wouldn't have an issue. Issue is that they're not advertised properly, and a lot of the time, buying USB Type C cables, I have jank signal integrity, or it just doesn't work the way I want it to, and it's like,
Again, you've had so much worse luck than I have, but like, okay, how fast do you think USB 3.2 Gen 1 is?
USB 3, wasn't it like 10 gigabits per second?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, am I too low or too high?
Too high.
You're talking about USB
3.2 Gen
3.2
1.
Gen 1. Fuck, was it 5?
Yeah. You know what else was 5? USB 3.1 Gen 1. You know what else was 5? USB 3.0.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And then 3.2 Gen 2 is 10 gigabit. And then 3.1 Gen 2 is also 10 gigabit.
Honestly,
And then 3.2 Gen 2 by 2.
what can Thunderbolt not do right now?
It's harder to get into different products. It's basically USB 4.
Yeah. You know what? Thunderbolt should just be the new standard.
I agree. Actually, this is a very good take. This is the best take I've heard in a long time. Just
Yeah, no.
preferably without any
Like,
involvement.
forget USB Type C. Forget making bunch of jank shit with USB Type C. Just make it all Thunderbolt just to make it consistent. Because it does everything USB Type C does, but better and faster. It's just not cheap.
So every cable has like that manufacturer, but like
Yeah, but like if it's sold in stores, you'd expect it to at least function.
you really had that bad of an experience with C?
Yeah, I bought it in stores, I bought it online, and I've bought some or I got some from other products in box, and it doesn't work properly.
Damn, you've gotten so unlucky.
Yeah, the only time I've had a decent USB-C connections was either getting something directly from Nintendo, or I bought like that one Anchor cable.
Mm.
But it was specifically designed for VR, kind of, or it was advertises VR. I checked a lot of reviews just to make sure it was a good cable for it. So yeah,
I just don't get why it's so hard to name things.
yeah. Maybe it's a trademark thing.
No, it's not a trademark thing. They can name it USB. They cannot rename USB if they don't want to.
Yeah, true. BSU.
God.
But yeah,
er,
everything should just be Thunderbolt.
it's probably really expensive, but also I agree with this initiative.
Yeah, that or everything should just be wireless charging.
No.
At least for charging.
Not until we can get one of those like you know the thing on like the ceiling that can like deliver like power to the entire room, granted extremely slowly, but it can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not until that happens. Otherwise, I'm not
Well,
standing for
well, I'm talking about like
wireless.
magnet, chargers for phones.
Yeah, the issue with that is trademarking go burr.
Yeah, I do like wireless charging for the most part, especially for phones.
I'm not a huge fan of like standard wireless charging simply because why would I be when
Well, maybe it's
you like
because I use MagSafe. Maybe
yeah.
it's different. MagSafe feels really nice, by the way. Also, like both for Mac and iPhone, because MagSafe for Macs,
MagSafe. Sorry.
MagSafe,
Anyways.
it feels satisfying to take it off, put it back in, put it off, put it back in, put it off, put it back in. It's satisfying.
You heard it here first, boys. He likes inserting the magnet into the hole.
It's barely a hole. It's more like a dent.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, but
It's barely a hole.
actually,
It's
how
more
much?
like a dead. That is the solidest quote I've ever heard from you ever.
I mean, that's kind of what it felt like the first time I tried.
Actually, can I please go into a tangent real quick? On a tangent real quick. I don't know why, but Reddit keeps suggesting me posts from r/relationship advice.
Ooh, okay, let me see.
I've never been there before. There's no reason they
Yeah.
should. I
All
just
right,
look at fan art.
so
Like,
a standard Thunderbolt 4 cable that's 2.6 feet, Intel certified, I guess. Whatever that means, is about 30
Intel certified.
bucks.
Well, because basically it just means that well, because Intel certified, Intel is the one who is working mostly on the Thunderbolt standard, so
Yeah, okay, that makes
reason why
sense.
you'll rarely see it on AMD boards.
Okay, yeah, 30 to 45 bucks
Mm.
for Thunderbolt
There
4.
might be a chipset issue with like Thunderbolt 4. It might just be a bit too big or something. I don't know.
Yeah, although I do think Thunderbolt's just the future.
Yeah.
That or
USB 4.0 is supposed to be Thunderbolt 3 or whatever.
that or we get the mind link.
We let Elon Musk make cat girls, I think is what we should do.
I'd date one.
Yeah, I know you would.
If I don't have if I don't get allergic reactions from them, I'd take it. Kind of want a dragon girl though.
Cat girl with real authentic fur.
God, I mostly would like a dragon girl though. Corin, please.
Yeah,
Arigato
I
gozaimasu.
can.
I wanna-
Elon Musk. I have one request from the Make a Wish Foundation.
give me Corin, but like so she could turn into a dragon. I can ride on her and go wee.
Oh no, I'm taking that so out of context.
What? It's like riding a horse with wings.
Exactly like riding a horse. That's the exact comparison I made in my head. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
What are you
I don't know what you
thinking?
thought I was thinking.
It's not like I'm riding. Who'd ride a dog?
Dog.
Dog. A really big dog, and like maybe for a baby.
You know.
But yeah, no.
One letter off, and you're very, 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 very close to ruining your entire career.
Yeah, no. But I'd take a dragon girl. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. I'd take a Manakete. I need some of the Manakete keys. What?
Never mind.
How small? No, they have to be like at least 3K. That way they look like an adult.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
So much
adult.
more
We talking adult Tiki?
Don't go insane.
We talking adult Tiki or just regular current aging? That's fine. Also, what were you saying? Manicate's not going insane. They get insane. What do you
Yeah, that
want?
checks out.
Yeah,
That checks out.
in Awakening, it's kind of implied Tiki's kind of getting to that stage. Just kind of.
God. The next villain for Fire Emblem, the secret burning awakening stone blade, is Tiki. Changed my mind.
God. Security Breach released. I don't know too much about it, but I'm just gonna say it's
Neither do
released.
I.
Oh,
Change your passwords. Be good.
from yeah. I mean, okay. Here's the thing about FNAF. Like, I haven't really gotten into it, but I will say Security Breach does look impressive as a game.
I think one tweet specifically from Coney, I think showcases my opinion on it.
What?
Is it either one, good, or two, funny? Two is more important.
Good question. I've seen very little gameplay of it. I think it's funny, just a little bit, but not really.
We live in a timeline where there's another Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Five Nights at Freddy's is it's big. Gosh.
I swear we're getting to the return of the 2015 kids. We got the Deltarune in Chapter 2
Where's
and
my FNAF poster? I remember having a large ass FNAF poster
Of course
somewhere.
you did! Of course you did!
Let me find that exact screenshot though. Like of that poster because where is it? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Also, FNAF 1 animatronics still look uncanny to me.
Why? Why are we still here?
Here you go. That's the image.
Hold on.
This is the image, fellas. Well, you can't really see it that well, but that's the image.
Huh.
I just had
I
a
just-
giant poster of this. I think it was like 2 feet wide, 2 or 3 feet wide. So it was a massive poster. I got it from Hot Topic, I think. That or Spencer's.
You know, both those places could get worse, so fair enough.
Yeah. God, I remember when I went to Spencer's with Logan and
I
like
remember when I went to
Bryce and the other
Spencer's with,
group.
like, yeah, ugh.
And then I showed him something in the back section, and he just looked at me and he just slapped me in the face lightly. It's just like you
Artistic, I
degenerate.
watched slowly as my friends purchased handcuffs. Not the handcuffing type, the handcuffing type. But yeah,
I wonder if I'm a handcuff type of person.
dude, no, you are. I see it. I see it. I see it. Oh my gosh.
Like, okay, am I the one getting handcuffed or is she getting the one?
You're the one getting handcuffed. You're the one getting handcuffed. Changed my mind.
Damn, he figured it out so quickly. No, I definitely would be. Just make sure I'm like blindfolded, wearing like that.
Oh my
Getting
god, here we
bondage.
go. I was gonna say we're about to get it. Like he's about to be like, okay, now I need to have some bondage here and like.
I could see
God.
myself being into bondage.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Sorry, that's a different podcast. Never mind.
This was from Five Nights at Freddy's.
This was from Five Nights at Freddy's, which was from USB, which was from. Yeah, okay, that checks out.
Okay.
Very good.
Anywho, how do we feel about the seemingly normal American culture to cheer during a movie in a movie theater?
I think it's immoral. I think you're in the wrong political
Okay.
party if you think this is okay.
Okay, what if it's like everyone's doing it at the same time? Like there wasn't anyone who starts it. It's just the energy. It's like okay, we all
Like everyone's
mutually
singing the
agree to
Pokemon
cheat.
theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, I think at that point, like you're all breaking the law, but you're breaking the law together.
Yeah. Like, okay, like, you know that one moment in Endgame where people started, like, cheering or whatever?
Nope, haven't seen. Actually, I have seen Endgame. That's a spoiler. Whatever.
Yeah, no. Well, basically, people cheered a lot when Captain America held Thor's hammer or whatever.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, no. And everyone was like, "Yeah!" You know, I'd go like that too. Like, even if I was alone. But also, I usually watch movies. I don't watch them quietly.
Mhm.
Also, there's like the occasional laughter, which you can't really stop. It's like, and they repeat the joke quietly. It's like, oh, he said that.
Okay, so here's my opinion. Here's my final opinion right here.
Yeah.
When everyone starts like screaming in a movie theater out of it like pure excitement, you're part of something great at that point, right? You're part of the hive mind. You're part
Yeah.
of you're part of you may be breaking the law, but you're in a gang now, you know?
If
You
it's
got your
one
you got your
person though, if it's one person,
if it's
then
not one guy who's like, dude, haha, I like that Sonic kid. Oh my gosh, don't be that guy.
please don't be that guy. Yeah. It's like,
You're going to jail. You're going straight to jail.
yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry, but yeah, no, you're that one guy who's disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
I'm just here trying to watch my movie.
I did watch Spider-Man No Way Home, and there was a certain moment where everyone started cheering, and I joined in. I couldn't. I joined in like at the same time as everyone else. We were like, "Yeah, let's go!" You
I
know?
think you're almost obligated to be a part of something greater, to be
Yeah.
part of like the greater good. You know,
It's part of the American movie theater experience. I'll have you know.
don't
Although
don't bring your weapon.
I will say though,
Okay, anyway.
movie theater commercials have taken a downturn.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to them?
Have you ever
First of
seen
all,
the same commercial play, or have you ever seen like the same ad play in the same like movie theater at the exact same time?
I haven't had that yet, but I can see that happening. But I've had the same ad, the same Eminem ad play for like the past 8 years or so. I don't remember how long, but it feels like 8 years at this point. The same fucking Eminem commercial. Like I don't
I'm going
care.
to ask my parents to buy me some Skittles.
Damn. Yeah, no. The thing about M&Ms is like they're fine. I don't want to see the same ad over and over. By the way, all the commercials lately, they've just been things I've seen through YouTube, like YouTube ads.
Yeah, I think YouTube has taken over the ad space.
And it's just like so annoying. Like the thing about movie commercials, like sometimes you actually get something kind of cool. Like there's films specifically designed for those, and I haven't seen it. Like during my experience at the movie theater earlier, it might be a symptom of COVID kind of straying away from that because movie theaters have taken a downturn.
Mm.
But it's still a shame. Like Pixar is a prime example of making like really nice short films for those movie commercials. I'd see
I
those
think
any time of the day.
okay. Speaking of advertising, actually, I think if you're advertising on cable, you're losing money at that point.
Yeah. Except
Like
when
I
you're in
think
South, unless you're in South Korea where cable's more common, and we get Super Slushy King.
actually that's brilliant. No, you're right,
Yeah, no, basically it's a cup
dude.
that you have
It's
frozen.
just like Squid Game if you think about it.
Yeah, basically it's a commercial that I watched when I was 7, and basically it's about this magic cup. It's not really magic. It's like this thick ass cup that you leave like with ice cubes or refrigerated. When you take it out,
Mm.
you pour liquid in and start mixing a lot. It becomes a smoothie.
Dude, I'm just mixing. Dude, again, it's just like Squid Game if you really think about it.
Yeah. So and then they always have like these text pop like shoo, 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 like an infomercial. It's like Super Slushy King in like the Korean English accent, and it's like,
Yeah.
and they last like 3 minutes long too. It's like, you know what? I kind of want this. I want a smoothie. It's summer.
You're not a super slushy king.
Yeah. And also they had another ad where it's like a specific piece of cloth that where you pour water in it. Like it doesn't matter. It's like some water. It maintains its like cold temperature.
Yeah, but is it Sonic 2?
You can wear it like a scarf.
Yeah, but is it Sonic 2? Because Sonic 2 can clean the ground.
Yeah,
As
but
advertised.
it's like a thick piece of cloth that you pour water on and you feel really nice and cold. And I've used them a few times. It actually works weirdly well. And I'm like, yo, this is neat. I don't know what happened to it. I think I broke it over time because it stopped working. I don't remember. We threw it away. But it lasts like during the summertime it was really nice.
Yeah.
Are we gonna I think it's about time we talk about Ligna energy.
Dude, my Ligna energy. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so basically, I actually don't know too much about this, but basically, a company, I'm assuming it's Ligna, has created.
Ligna balls. I'm so sorry. I couldn't. I
Okay,
could only resist for so long.
yeah, but I think the first line is "World is boiling." Get some of that Ligna energy, but basically, they're making batteries made out of wood. Is what I'm getting at.
See, I've never actually heard about this.
It wasn't
I'm mostly
Techmate.
just leaning on you for
All
this
these
information.
topics, all the topics here are from Techmate, or most of them are.
Which, in all fairness, they cover most of like everything that actually matters this week. So
Yeah. So I guess they store batteries in wood. I actually don't know. That's just what I've been hearing. Wooden batteries.
wooden batteries. Can't wait to have the LTT store run
Yeah, it's
wooden
basically
batteries.
an alternative
Ligna.
to lead. Um,
Yeah.
and in all fairness, trees are a renewable source of energy, considering the fact that we plant more trees than we cut. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know how like, or I'm not too sure about like the actual sustainability and like what it actually means for the environment. But if it's good for the environment, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Like the thing is that if you're using a renewable source of energy like trees, you're gonna want to maintain that,
Yeah, of course.
renewable. That's why a lot of tree cutting companies are also the biggest supporters of planting trees because it's in their best interest to keep the tree
Yeah.
business alive, you know.
Like they don't care about the fact that you need air. They care about the fact that they kind of need the trees to make more money.
Hmm. And that's kind of like the Lorax story doesn't really apply to a lot of those specific companies. For tech giants though, maybe. Apple, look, man, you can't just like say we don't want to put a power brick in just because.
But it's environmentally friendly.
It's not.
But Tim Apple says so.
Also, technically, like if they're not gonna have a power brick, they might as well go the new 3DS route and not have a charger at all. Honestly, because that's more environmentally friendly and leaves less cables out. You can just use your old cable. Renewable source,
I think it's
baby.
even funnier because clearly Apple doesn't they don't know their market because every single person I've ever known is like, where did I put my lightning cable? I'm like, oh, they don't say lightning cable, obviously they say iPhone charger, but that's
Yeah,
beside the point. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any of them.
yeah. Although a lot of people usually do, so. But yeah, lightning cable, pretty alright. It's just I don't know. I feel like Apple could have done a much better job with the power breaks. Like the only renewable thing that they've done is their aluminum. That's alright,
Oh,
and that's perfectly fine. I think reusing like metal that you wouldn't be using otherwise for products is pretty good, in my opinion. Let's see here. But Ligna Energy Wood, baby. This is gonna take morning. This is taking morning wood to a whole new level.
I wake up, pump in my batteries, like get ready to have some fun.
God. Um. Last topic. People who hate a game because of a Smash character.
This is targeted to one particular person. I will not mention the name because I'm not a scum. But I'm sorry. If if you hate a game simply because you hate a Smash character, what are your priorities?
The priority to not play Minecraft because of Smash.
So Cameron? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait, really?
No, no, no. He just. I don't think he's never been like a huge Minecraft guy.
Yeah, I've actually never been a huge Minecraft guy. Well, I'm a
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Okay.
I'm more of a Terraria guy personally. Oh yeah. By the way, did you see the Terraria Lights and Shadow mod?
I did not. Send that over. I will add it later.
So basically, okay, I don't know where I can download it yet, but it is out there in the Steam Workshop. Basically, it's Terraria with shaders, or more like extra bloom and lighting. Um, just like skip around in the video to see
Uh,
what to do.
Imagine being able to properly use your computer while being able to casually not see. I got my
Yeah,
mouse.
I believe there's a lot, and they also add shadows for all the lighting, which Terraria already looks really solid. It's just like having that RTX like look.
Actually, damn, this does look pretty good.
Yeah, go to like 1 minute 50 seconds
Um,
or actually 143. So I see a better.
huh.
Yeah, you're able to change the lighting effects a little bit.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can find another good example. There's one where I think 59 seconds in, you also have a really good,
59.
yeah, 56, 59. I'll pause it just
That
to look
reminds
at.
me, where was I? God, I hate Banjo Kazooie because Banjo and Kazooie are just annoying characters. Who else? I don't like Fire Emblem Fates because Corrin is an annoying character who is extremely cringe.
I want to hug
Let
her.
me see here. I hate, dude. I absolutely hate Pikmin because Olimar is such a boring character to play against.
I
Dude, I
hate
hate Mario.
Mario because he
I
forwarded me too many times.
I hate Mario Galaxy. I hate Luigi. No, I hate Luigi's Mansion because I got grabbed once.
I hate Mario because he forwarded me once.
It's so funny to watch people complain about certain characters. I'm like, I hope you realize that every other character you've mentioned who you like has even more gimmicks than this one character that you don't.
God, and also imagine hating the Pyramithra matchup when you have no reason to be afraid of it.
Uh, it's like, how do I say this? They're perfectly fine with Sephiroth, but I'm like, this man has 3 jumps, has the armor on his smash attacks whenever he has his comeback mechanic. But no, Pirate and Mythra are the issue.
He's a fake fan. He's a fake Xenoblade fan.
I'm just very upset because I'm like Xenoblade 2 I think already receives enough hate as is, despite the fact that I genuinely believe it's a very good game.
I blame what was his name?
I blame Rex.
Beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
He did not like Xenoblade 2. And he's a Xenoblade
Yeah.
1 fan, I believe. But also, I just believe. Well, in all fairness, he tried to get into it. At least he tried
Mhm.
playing through the game. It's like, I just don't think this is for me.
I think
Which is
Xenoblade
fair.
2, what Xenoblade 2 excels in, from my experience and from my knowledge of the game at the very
Is
least, is like
touch my chest.
is I hate it here.
Hold your hand on my
Okay,
chest.
well, from what I understand, from what I've like played and whatnot, it has a similar like routine to Xenoblade 1, but in my opinion, not in a bad way. They both have different like feelings to their stories. They both have different like music, despite the fact being composed by the same group of people. They I think Xenoblade 2 also rewards you playing extra content like New Game Plus a lot more than Xenoblade 1 does. And it also helps like if you play Torna as well, because it shines a lot of light on specific characters that I think you miss out on in base
Should
game.
I play Torna first?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay. Anywho, well, that's basically it. Like, am I like okay? The thing about the Smash things is like, I'm annoyed a lot. This happens to me on a daily basis. This is normal for me.
I'm just upset that like such a good game, something that I would say is like still like not better than Xenoblade 1, but still like up there is as a really good game, is
Mhm.
just being ignored simply because this man just hates Pyra and Mithra.
People do that with Fire Emblem Fates, except the FE
Except the
fandom
game is
does.
actually, but no, okay, I'm kidding.
The game is yeah, the game is already hated so much by the fandoms. It's just like avoid Fates, skip Fates, and I'm like, it's not. worth.
Dude. I hate being camped out by Sonic. I don't. I think Sonic has never been good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Sonic might not ever have been amazing. It's been good. Just not. Has Sonic ever been greatest of all time?
I think a lot of people would put Sonic 3 up there.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm mostly talking about like, yeah, it's just I don't think Sonic has that greatest of all time thing that like say Zelda or Mario has.
Well, the
Besides
issue
like
is that,
2
like,
and
they don't
3.
have as many games that would compete for that. I do know, like, people would either probably say either Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 for, like, greatest of
Okay,
all time game if you could
at
choose
the
one.
worst, Sonic is just kind of mediocre as a series. At worst. Best case
I'm sure
scenario,
it's not, because we don't ever get functioning games.
yeah. Anywho, when are you gonna buy
The
me the
state of the
RAM?
Sonic franchise makes me sad. Uh, the dawn of the next month. Well, not even the dawn. I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of realized my voice does not suit like a video essay type style. I don't know. I haven't been a huge fan of the way I did things.
Yeah. Did I give you the right link, by the way? I think
I
so.
think so.
Yeah, because I want the white one, not the blue, not the black.
And I'm pretty sure I can figure out the difference between colors.
By the way, when are you sending in the paperwork?
I've mostly done everything. I'm actually done with all the paperwork and all that, but oh,
Did you contact the manager?
I believe so for the most part. It's also very possible that I'm just or I was too late. Oh,
You can ask her. Why haven't you? Also, I tried calling you earlier, but your phone died, so I just assumed that your number
yeah,
wasn't
my
working.
phone was
But
just dead.
yeah, yeah, you might want to get on the texting thing. Might as well do it right now.
Welcome.
Yeah. But while he's doing that, check out the Neighbors of Smash episode 1.
And I put my
Please.
phone. Not again. Oh,
I think I'm gonna work on episode 2 after Christmas.
I think for stream, I think we should do a where did I put my phone counter.
God.
Oh.
I think it's been 3.
Yeah, that probably checks out.
Also, I can't believe you don't use your smartwatch to find your phone if you can't find it immediately.
Well, yeah, but like that just kind of makes me kind of annoyed if it's just like right next to me.
Yeah, but I like doing this.
There's no good reason for it, but da, 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 da. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just make a point real quick.
Yeah, also my hair is kind of all over the
Oh, yeah,
place
pretty
in the
good there.
backside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I woke up.
you woke up at 8. I woke up at 6.
Wait, what?
I woke up at 6 p.m.
Yeah, that checks out.
No,
I
actually, I woke up at
actually.
5:30, and then
Yeah, I had an alarm set for 5, but then I forgot my phone just.
I had the weirdest dream. I think we were playing Halo Reach, and we were just chilling, beating the shit out of the Covenant, and then I wake up, and it's like, why is it dark? Because sometimes I sleep in my parents' bed when they're not there, because I just do that. So I just wake up. The room is dark, and I slept at like morning time, which like I was just gonna take a nap because I slept just fine last night. So I was like, why is it dark? And I looked at the time. It was like 5:30. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it gets really dark here, or it gets really dark so early now, and it's so depressing. Like, it probably doesn't change much for you since you have foil, but like, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. But anywho, did you text the manager?
That's exactly what I just did. You didn't see?
Oh no, no. It's just that like I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Anywho, um, that'll be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this short episode of Moonlight. And we'll be back on
How
Sunday.
long have we been doing this for?
2 hours.
It's not that short.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with him. Uh, we
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
will be here every Sunday. We don't have a time yet. We've been trying 6 p.m. PST, but that didn't work out because of some guy.
Dude, excuse you. I'll have you know I'm extremely organized. I don't know what you're talking about. Ow. Hold on.
I think that proves my point. Anyways, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, Pia.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Twitch.